aspirations, dreams, visions, they all represent results you want to achieve. And manifesting what you want is a result too. But creating desired results requires possessing the identity of someone who can actually create what you want. So you have to be the type of person who can take the necessary actions to create the desired results. If you aren't that type of person now, you have to adopt the characteristics of that type of person. So how do you know if you possess the identity that's going to help you create your desired results? Look at your current results. Then answer this question. Are your current results the ones you want? If not, you aren't yet the type of person who can achieve them. Doesn't mean you can't become one. Also, look at yourself and then answer these questions. Are you currently showing up as someone who can get your desired results? Are you doing the things that would help you create what you want? Are you thinking and behaving as the person who would consistently achieve those desired results? If you didn't answer yes to those questions, it's time to change your identity. So once you choose an identity that helps you get the desired results, your mindset and your habits align with that identity. I'm always talking about this. Always, 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 because it's so important. So at that point, you're going to do things and see yourself differently. In fact, your perspective and your behavior change significantly when you adopt a new identity. And that's when your results change as well. They align with the new identity, okay? So most people believe their identity is fixed. They know they've changed in the past, but they don't see themselves changing in the future. And many people think changing themselves is hard or even impossible. But developing a new identity is not as difficult as it might seem. And you can adopt a new identity literally in a moment. And that means adopting the characteristics of the type of person who can create the results you want. Having the mindsets and behaviors of somebody who can create what you want. So consider somebody who decides to go from being a night owl to being a morning person. They can accomplish that identity transformation in 24 hours or less, right? They can decide to go to bed a little earlier at night and get up a little earlier in the morning. And they can keep doing that until they're getting up as early as they'd like, and they're no longer staying up late. I did that. I now go to bed at like 9:30, 10 o'clock, and I'm up at 6:30 or 6 in the summer. And I used to be up until 1 or 2 in the morning, and I wouldn't get up until 9 or 10. So you can change that kind of thing by changing your identity, and it can be very, very fast. And the same is true of someone who chooses to be a non-smoker after being a smoker. Most people think this can't happen overnight because smoking is kind of an addiction, right? But change in identity makes it possible. Makes it possible. So how do you recreate yourself as someone with the characteristics that you need to succeed? I have 6 steps. Of course, I have some steps. I always have some steps. So I have 6 steps that you can take to become someone who gets the results you desire. So first, you have to choose a desired result. So you have to know what result you want and why. Clarity is everything. You'll struggle to get positive results or the results you want if you were wishy-washy about what you want to create. So choose a desired result and write it down and be very specific and determine why you want to achieve that result. Like I said, get specific and clear. How will that result benefit you or others? How will your life change if you achieve that result? And what will your life be like if you don't achieve that result? Okay, then you need to identify who would get that result. So second, you identify what type of person would get the result that you desire. Are they smart, courageous, committed, an expert, super skilled at something, a leader, a change maker, kind, compassionate, trustworthy. You have to be able to describe the person in detail. So answer this question: what characteristics does someone who can achieve those results that you want, what characteristics do they have that make it possible for them to get those results? So describe that person in detail, listing their characteristics, their habits, and their mindsets. You may already know someone who's achieved the desired result that you want, the result you want. So, like if you want to be an author, you might know some authors. So, use them as an example. Okay, that makes it way easier to describe this person. Okay, next, choose words that describe that person. So, third, you're going to review your description of that person who would or does have the ability to create the results you desire. And you're going to choose 3 words that describe that person best. Think of 3 words, um, you know, think of these words as ones that accurately describe the person's needle moving characteristics, the habits and mindsets that really get them the results, the ways of being that get them the results, the things they do that, and then how they are being in the world that allow them to succeed in getting those results. Okay, fourth, decide to be like that person, to adopt that identity. Adopt the identity of someone with the 3 characteristics you chose in the previous step. It's simple. Take on that identity. Say, I am now blank. I am now courageous. I am now kind. I am now uh, skilled, whatever it is. And then show up displaying those characteristics, those mindsets, those behaviors. Show up displaying that identity right away, now. Okay, so then fifth, you're going to remind yourself repeatedly every day to be the person you described and who those 3 words describe. And the best way to do this is to, number 1, write down 3 words on several sticky notes and post them strategically around your home, like on your computer display or your refrigerator or whatever. And also add the 3 words to your phone as reminders or alarms, and name the reminders or alarms with those 3 words. So when your alarm or reminder rings, hopefully at least 3 times per day, your phone will say something like courageous, committed, kind, if those are your words. Okay, you can obviously use your own words. So set the alarms or reminders to go off several times a day. I suggest 3, like in the morning, in the middle of the day, and in the evening. Okay, sixth, every time the reminder goes off and shows you the 3 words that characterize someone who can achieve your desired results, answer these questions. Am I being courageous, committed, kind right now? Or substitute your 3 words, right? Am I being X, Y, or Z right now? Have I been X, Y, or Z in the last few hours? How can I be more X, Y, or Z today or tomorrow? So this is how you decide continuously to be that person now. You don't wait to be the kind of person who can achieve that desired result until you have something, like until you have more money, time, space, whatever, right? Start being that person right now. Right now. From this moment forward, behave as if you are a person with all the qualities, habits, and mindsets necessary to create the results you dream of getting. Now, if you find it challenging to get your desired results despite your new identity, you might have chosen a result for the wrong reasons. Maybe it's a result somebody said you should get, or it's a goal you dreamed of achieving a decade ago, but it's not important to you anymore. Or maybe it's a result that you feel you need to achieve, that you don't really want to achieve. If any of those scenarios apply to you, go back to the drawing board and determine what inspired result you want to achieve. An inspired result is one your soul guides you toward via your intuition or your feelings of inspiration. It's a soul aligned result. So if you feel a gut sense or you become inspired uh, to get a certain result, that's the result you truly desire and one that is for your highest good. So, with that knowledge, determine who you need to be, what identity you need to adopt to get the desired and inspired results. So, what identity do you need to adopt to get your desired results? I'd love to know. So, leave me a comment down below the video and tell me what are your desired results? Are they different than your inspired results? Are you getting the results that you want? Who do you need to be to get those results? Tell me in a comment down below, okay? If you're new to me, I'm Nina Amir, the Inspiration to Creation Coach. I am an author coach, a transformational coach, a certified high performance coach. And what I love doing is helping people step into being someone who can take the actions to create what really matters to them, those inspired results, right? Because as I said, creations, manifestations, they are results. So I want to help you get inspired results. If that's of interest to you, click on the link above, which will tell you about 3 different ways you can work with me. And if you are unsure of which of those options is best for you, or you're an author and you're interested in author coaching and not those 3 things, which are transformational coaching, certified high performance coaching, and the Inspired Creator Community, uh, let's chat. So if you have any questions, let's just have a chat. Let's talk and see if we're a good fit to work together and what one of my programs, coaching programs, group or private, would be best for you. And so I'm going to put a link up above that says let's talk. And you can click on that and schedule yourself a session with me. Just a quick 15-minute chat or 30-minute chat to, as I said, get to know each other and see what program is best for you. So, yeah, I firmly believe that you are getting guidance all the time about what's for your highest good to create the results that are for your highest good to achieve. And it's just a matter of learning to listen and to step into being the type of person who can act on those messages. So contact me above. Let's have a little talk. And until I talk to you next time, go out there and achieve more inspired results.